Yo, James and she were real 100% talk is back at it again. They look all weird.
I don't know. But okay. We back.
Come on.
Start over.
I
I
need
don't
some
like
some
that.
enthusiasm or
I'm
something.
trying to start over.
Why we starting over for?
Because you gonna put something on there that I want nobody to know.
What you mean?
So
Yeah, you bugging. I'm not
cancel it.
starting over. No.
Okay, yeah, start over.
No.
Start over. Let
Not
me see.
no. We're not. Just no. You're not starting
You're
over.
not about to put it on there like this.
Yes, I am.
Why?
This is what it's gonna be.
I wasn't ready.
Oh, you ready, motherfucker?
You ready?
Anywho,
Mm.
we're gonna look at this stuff. About body counts.
Body count.
I don't think people really cared about body counts till like now. I don't think people really cared about that back in the day. Cause that wasn't something I really thought about a girl's body count. To be honest with you,
I guess it's more hoes in this era than it was before. I don't know. We were young, so.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really care about body count because I didn't give a fuck. I mean, I think in that time, and how old I was, I wasn't trying to be committed to nothing any damn way. So
So you were just adding a count.
I was just fucking shit. It ain't really made me no different what your body count was.
Papa was a Rolling Stone.
I think when you get older, though, you start thinking about it as a man. Like, damn, I don't want my girl to be no hoe. I don't want my girl to be no ran through a whole bunch of motherfuckers. I guess maybe that, but
Yeah, I would rather not know.
like, do you think? Well, this is
Unless I know you and I knew you was a hoe, then I know your count. But if I just met you and I just don't know you, I don't want to know. Keep that to yourself. As long as you clean, you ain't got no permanent friends hanging around you. We're fine.
so. Let's check out this video on what's it called? It's complicated podcast or complicated. I don't know, but I do like this YouTube channel. So let's check out body counts.
Who is more likely to lie about how long they've gone without sex, men or women?
I would say men.
Who you think?
Men.
Men?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I guess so.
For sure.
You think girls can't lie about that too?
No, I don't care.
For sure.
Definitely.
I feel like men would pretend like it's shorter. Okay, I feel like women would want to make it seem like they'd gone for longer without sex.
She got some big ass teeth. I don't know. I was
not
like,
nice.
I was like
That's
straight to her
not
teeth.
nice.
Like, God damn, her teeth big as hell.
That's not nice.
Don't men lie about getting more and women lie about getting less?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
Why?
I think slut shaming.
Because there's a stigma around women having sex.
Because women don't want to seem like whores.
Yeah, I don't want to seem like a whore.
Yeah, men do lie about getting more because they want to seem like.
She said, yeah, because I don't.
I don't want to seem like a whore.
So she let you know off rip. I'm not telling you the truth.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth. I'm not telling you the
She
truth.
let you know that you're not gonna know unless she was one of those people.
Well, this girl got some big teeth, man. What's
Why
up
are
with these
you
girl teeth?
criticizing people's
I
teeth?
don't know, man. I got a thing for teeth. Them shits is big.
Just focus on the task at hand, not their teeth.
They got some fucked up teeth.
That's not bad.
They're just cool, like, yeah, I get bitches.
Why are women who sleep around seen as sluts while men who sleep around are seen as studs?
It's a very good question. A very good question. I guess
I need
it's
to pause.
like going back in time. That might be how it was.
I'll
But
get to the
we're
pause
here.
button. Can you answer that question?
No, I can't.
Why not? Like, why is it a shame for women to have a high body count, but it's okay for men to have a?
Only thing I can say is that's that whole double standard. That's pretty much what it is, because either way it go, you had a lot of penises inside you, or
I
you've been
think
putting your dick in a lot of vaginas.
I just thought about why I think why I think is a bad thing, because I think it's hard for guys to get laid, and it's easy for girls to get laid. Like if a girl really wanted to get some dick, she can get some dick if she really wanted it.
Mm, I don't think so.
What?
I think girls have a hard time having sex.
If you ugly?
So that could be the same for the guy too. He could be ugly and don't nobody want to have him around them.
I mean, yeah, but I think it's still gonna be. I think even an ugly girl
I
probably
was
gets
gonna
in.
say a guy probably has sex with an ugly bitch before a girl has sex with an ugly guy, for sure. Because y'all ain't got no standards.
Okay, I feel that. You might be right. Yeah, yeah. Dudes don't have no standards.
No.
Yeah,
You're just trying to,
get that nut off.
get that
That nut off. See?
that
Trying to get the nut off, man.
Yeah.
I feel you on that though.
I
Yeah.
was trying not to say nut, but you couldn't resist.
Oh, nut bush. Nut bush.
For 2023, and we're here for equality.
Could it be because it's easier for a woman to be a slut?
Ooh. I don't know what that means.
A slag.
Cause she a slut.
No, we do know what it means. I know what that
But how's it
means.
easier for her to
What's
be
the
a
difference
slut?
between
How's it easy for her to be a slut? Cause like we said a few minutes ago, I think it's easy for girls to get laid.
Okay.
I don't think it's that easy for guys to get laid. I think most girls have high standards on dudes.
It's easy for a guy to get laid because you can go find you a little a prostitute, and pay that thing.
Without paying for it.
Okay.
Like you can't be paying for shit.
I mean, sex is sex, whether you pay for it 20 on the table or you buying or something.
Right, but if you paying for it, I mean it's a transaction. Am I saying it right?
Mhm.
Transactional. So it's not you like her, she like you type shit.
She do like you, giving her some money.
No. Well, she don't like you. She like the money. And then at that point, if you paying for the pussy and you got a girl that's doing that, she doesn't actually like mentally checked out. Cause most girls don't want to just fuck around with just sport fuck niggas. Niggas can do that, but women don't want to do that shit. If you hopping the dick to dick to dick.
Hold on.
Niggas,
Walls be blew out.
niggas can do that shit with no problems.
between shaming a woman for being a slut
I'm gonna stop pausing. I'm sorry.
and shaming a man for being an incel?
Um,
In other words, why are women shamed for having too much sex while men are shamed for not getting any sex?
because they expect women to just be just as pristine as possible. They don't want a woman that's ran through. They don't want a woman that's had so much experience.
Because a man with not having sex means that shows he has less value. But if a woman having too much sex, that shows that she has less value.
Don't women have a choice to be a slut, but a man doesn't have a choice to be an incel?
That's true.
Well, is incel more like men who become violent when they don't have sex? And sluts generally aren't violent. So that's the big difference. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Don't women have a choice to be a slut, but a man doesn't have a choice to be an incel?
I think you can choose, if we're going down the violence route, you can definitely choose to be violent, and you should always choose not to.
Who are the bigger slut shamers, men or women?
Damn, I'm gonna say
Women.
women.
Men.
Yes. Man. Yeah, I call a
Although
hoe.
women are guilty of it
Woman
too.
a hoe real quick.
But women judge women more than they judge a man. A woman will call a woman will call a female a hoe real quick, especially when they don't like them.
I'm talking about, that's true. You could be a hoe just because of the way you live.
Even if you ain't one, you still call it.
I just don't like the way your shirt is. You a hoe.
Yeah, see. So women slut shame more than dudes do. I think dudes love hoes. Well, most dudes love
I
hoes.
bet they do.
And we should really support each other, I feel. It's giving internalized misogyny.
If a woman's body count doesn't matter, why is it typically the first thing women bring up to shame another woman they are jealous of?
See?
Internalized misogyny. But I also don't think that, well, personally speaking, I don't know anyone who would do that to shame another woman. I think anyone I know would be like proud of their number.
Why are there men who will shame women for having high body counts while also complaining about how hard it is to get laid?
Insecurity. They're jealous.
How the fuck you
What are
get
they
that?
jealous about?
Not getting enough sex.
I think that has to do with like being bitter.
What are those men bitter about?
They bitter about like how women can easily get it, but for them, it takes them more effort. Like it's effortless for women to have sex, but when a man want to have sex, he actually got to earn that.
What is the difference between the women men want to sleep with and the type men want relationships with?
One's a slut and one's like wifey, you know?
Do men want virgins or sluts?
Virgins, I feel like.
No, they want sluts.
No, but they want virgins.
See, I think men want sluts, but they want virgins.
Mhm.
So I think when they get them a virgin, they want to turn her
They
into a
want her to be a slut automatically. I don't want nobody up in there. I want to be the first. But when I get in there, I need you to be a slut.
That's like the same thing we talked about before. You know what I'm saying? They want their woman to be, what is it? A lady in the street, but a freak in the sheets. So you want your girl to be a lady out in public, but when she get home and in that bedroom, she need to be the nastiest slut you can think of. Turn that inner slut on when you get in this bedroom for sure.
For sure.
I can't wait to
That's what you do. Spread your 9-week ass.
I can't wait
Try
to Oh, that was funny.
Virgins to keep as a wife, but they want a slut to, you know.
What's the difference between a slut and a hoe?
So we pretty much want to teach our virgins or our wives to be our sluts.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I think. And then you got best of both worlds. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop pausing. I
and
know.
we can't even get through the thing.
A slut in the hole, man. Hey, I got two definitions for that. I'm just give you one though. You know what I'm saying? A slut. I'll say a slut is just a broad that's just fucking to be fucking. But a hoe, you know what I'm saying? She fucking for benefits.
Don't hoes get paid?
Yeah, hoes get paid.
A hoe and a slut
Yeah,
just
that was nice.
goes with everyone for
It's a free hoe.
fun. It's a free hoe.
Why are we more concerned with women's body count than women hating men? Wouldn't having sex with men count as pro men rather than hating men?
Definitely. I'll definitely be pro man.
So shouldn't we be hoe shaming rather than slut shaming?
No.
I feel like we should be slut shaming, not hoe shaming.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because hoes,
They get to the bread.
they're basically, it's a job. That's what they do.
I respect them.
So shouldn't we be hoe
Sounds
shaming
like
rather than
prostitution to
slut
me.
shaming?
Nah.
Definitely prostitution. That's exactly what it is. Bitch is crazy how she was bigging that shit up though.
She was excited.
Yeah.
She was like, my turn to answer.
She must be one of them.
She already said.
Yeah, she did say
Said
that.
what she said in the beginning.
I don't think we should be doing any of those, man. They both benefit us.
Where is the line between a man feeling entitled to a woman's body versus a woman feeling obligated to put out?
There should be no line. The women should just feel able to do that at any point without any obligations.
Do women feel like they need to provide sex in order to keep a man? And if so, why?
Absolutely. Because it's a need for a lot of men, for a lot of people.
So then how can
You're
men
right.
be shaming women for having high body counts if they want sex?
They shouldn't be.
So do men want purity or do men want sex?
Damn. I feel like short term, man just wants some pussy.
I was about to say,
But
they
like
just want
long
sex.
term, yeah, he wants somebody that nobody ever touched before. Like he'll have like this female right here on the left side. That's why I think polygamy is good for men. Like, okay, this is my slut right here, but this is my good girl right here. You know, there's more women than there is men anyways.
Why does society keep trying?
That's exactly why what I said makes more sense. To get best of both worlds, you want to find you a good girl, and you want to turn that good girl into your slut.
Mhm.
That's what you need.
The polygamy could be her being two different people.
You need to figure that shit out. Get you a good woman. Turn her into a slut.
Trying to shame women that clearly have no shame?
Because confidence scares people.
Where is the line between a man feeling entitled to a woman's body versus a woman feeling obligated?
I'm sorry, but
Stop. Don't talk about her teeth. Don't talk about her teeth. There's nothing wrong with her teeth.
all right. Okay.
Maybe you need to lean back. You're too close
I'm
to
just
it.
saying,
You're like
man.
zoomed in on their choppers. You need to let these people teeth be.
I gotta think that.
to put out?
The line for it is if a man approaches me and says, I think you should fuck me because I'll buy you this new Gucci purse, that's the line. If a woman walks up on you and says, oh, I'm drunk and I'm just throwing my body at you, that's the line. We should both be mutually sober and agree to having this interaction.
Do women feel like they need to provide sex in order to keep a man, and if so, why?
Some women do, and they feel that way because they've never been shown real love by a man.
Ladies, if a guy puts you in a situation where you really is like, hey, if you don't put out, it's over. Like, listen, you really need to call a hotline number. Like, don't listen to your friends, don't listen to music, don't listen to nothing. Listen to the hotline. That's it.
What's the hotline
I don't know what
number?
the fuck you talking about.
While also shamed for trying to get sex.
Maybe it's a Vegas
That
thing.
is, that's a good question, man. That's like a real hypocrisy. I would say men are shamed for getting sex
I ain't hear what they said.
because that's
Listen to nothing, listen to the hotline. That's it.
Why are men shamed for not being able to get sex while also shamed for trying to get sex?
Oh, okay.
That is, that's a good question, man. That's like a real hypocrisy. I would say men are shamed for getting sex because women, they hate to admit when a man has finesse. When a man get finesse in a way to get some, she don't want to admit that she participated in that. And then when he doesn't get none, I don't think women really shame men for not getting none. It's really men that shame men for not getting none. Because men, we very competitive. So we trying to put another man down to make ourselves look better.
That's a fact too. And the point he made about women don't like getting finesse. You know what I'm saying? Most women want to be the finesser. But once you get finagled in that finessing, she probably gonna be pissed off. But yeah, that was a dope point my man made for sure.
Why do guys?
It's pretty much like a dance between the dude and the girl. So it's a dance, and one's trying to get something, and the other one's trying to get something too. It's just that who's gonna get there first. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my man, the dude, trying to get that vajayjay.
He done finessed her out her panties.
Yeah, and she trying to get whatever she trying to get, time, attention, maybe a couple of dates, free dinners here and there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a bill here paid or something like that, a phone bill.
Maybe she just wants
Some
you to want her
earrings or some
and not
shit.
just expect sex.
No, that's possible too though, but
Maybe she want that long-term commitment.
it maybe. Yeah, maybe not.
And you try to finesse me before we even, known each other 30 days.
Yeah, he definitely trying to get that pussy.
Yeah, so like...
His main objective is that vajayjay for sure. Yeah, it's definitely a delicate dance though, for sure.
Want good girls but are attracted to sluts, while girls say they want good guys but are attracted to the players.
Sluts are easy, good girls are hard, players are fun, good guys are boring.
How can we be simultaneously coaching men on how to seduce women while also shaming women for having high body counts?
You can't. It's like they counsel each other. Like, how you gonna try to teach men to seduce a woman, and then when she gets seduced, you shame her for it? Like, it has to be a balance.
That makes sense.
I think that they kind of cancel each other out.
So do men want purity or do men want sex?
I feel like we want both, man. Like,
Yeah, I want sex.
So who's more likely to not know what they want, men or women?
Women, for sure.
Honestly, men don't know what they
Yeah, I think you might. I think men don't know what they want. I do. I think women don't either, but for the most part, well, I'll take that back. I think men do know what they want, and I feel they want sex off rip. But I guess when I'm thinking more like when it comes to like relationships and all shit like that, I don't know if most guys are really looking for that in the beginning parts of it. In the beginning, they're looking for straight. They trying to get that vajayjay. So, so I think women don't know what they want either. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's a delicate dance, man. So
want.
I don't think I knew what I wanted either. I knew I wanted some vajayjay though, for sure.
Because if they have a slut, they have someone more experienced. And if they have a virgin, they're going to be prideful because they're the only one a woman has slept with.
And when a man sleeps with a virgin, they believe that that woman belongs to them. No one else can touch them because they took that from them. They believe the woman is now their property and that no one else has access to them.
What is it?
I don't want to say
So this is
access, but
why I
they
said
definitely gonna be like, I was the first one.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, but I don't like how she was saying like that's your property. I don't think they feel like that.
I've never heard that before.
That's
But
why she got big teeth. You know, so
between the women men want to sleep with and the type men want relationships with?
What's the difference between those women? Madonna whore complex. We're dating back to Freud now, really.
Can you explain the Madonna whore complex?
Yeah, so it's this dichotomy between, the whore and the Madonna, and it's like what you just said, women that men want to sleep with and like wife up, if you will. And
the wifey material versus
pure, but one gives them the fantasy they desire.
Exactly, the excitement.
Yeah.
Do men want virgins or sluts?
Men want a
I'm
freak
not
in the
gonna lie, I
sheets
don't
and
know
a
what the
lady
hell
on
they
the
just said.
streets.
A freak in the sheets and a lady in them streets. Fuck you talking about?
How many bodies is too many?
The limit does not exist.
Depends on the person.
Does being
It
promiscuous
does
affect a
exist,
person's ability to
but
have a
I don't want to
long-term?
know.
She said the limit does not exist.
It does exist. If you tell me, I might feel some type of way, depending on what that number is. So
You mean like the man number counts to you, like that means something to you?
well, yeah. I don't want you to tell me you done had sex with 100 people and I've been looking at you and been looking at your penis all been around the block. So that's why, again, I'd rather you not tell me. Just as long as you're clean, I'm clean, we're good.
But even if you did know, if a dude,
That's a turn off.
how's that a turn off?
Because you've been around the block several times. I'd rather not know.
I don't know.
You wouldn't know if a girl had a whole bunch of partners?
I mean, no.
So it's the same thing. You would rather not know.
But I think it's like I think that's where that whole double standards come in.
I think it'd be a turn off.
So you gotta think. I think so. Like with a woman having a lot of bodies, is, you know what I'm saying. I think it's a little bit different from a man having a lot of bodies. Think about it. Like you have a lot of females that want like a Drake or some of these other athletes, shit like that. And I'm pretty sure they know they fucking a lot of females, but they still want them.
Yeah, that's because they got money, so they are settling.
But it's not even just. But that's a dope ass settlement to fuck Drake.
I mean, for that person, it is, But we're not talking about famous people. We're talking about your regular.
Okay, just the regular person. Let's say you got a regular guy that, you know what I'm saying, has smashed or been around the block, like you said, 100 girls, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're doing something right to fuck these 100 girls. If you're not paying for it,
Right or wrong, paying for it or not, it doesn't matter. You just
no. I'm saying like he's doing something right to actually get the female that he's getting.
That is true.
I mean, he got some type of charm. He got some type of charisma.
He
might have money. He might not have money. He might look good. He might be cute. He might got a good mouthpiece where he can, you know what I'm saying, he got game where he know how to talk to females and, you know what I'm saying, whatever like that. So he ain't just fucking just 100 people just to be fucking. He got some
He could
type.
be a sex addict.
But at the same time though, he can't just take sex from females. They got to give him the sex.
Absolutely.
So evidently, that mean that they want to have sex with him.
Nah, I'm fine with that. I'm just saying I don't want to know.
Right, but you're missing my point. I'm saying.
I probably am.
What I'm saying is, there's no way that he's just getting sex without having something that the females that he had sex with likes.
Which we know, because people's having sex with whoever that person is.
Right, boy.
So he's doing something right. I agree.
So he not just that's what I'm saying.
Still saying I don't want to know. Because it's a turnoff. Whether however many people gave it to you or not.
I think you're tripping.
Alright.
You want to know how many people I had sex with?
You just told me you wouldn't want to be with a girl that had sex with a whole bunch of people.
I don't think no man wants to be with a girl that has sex with a whole bunch of people.
So it's the same thing.
What?
It's the same thing as I just said that I don't want to know. It's a turnoff. It's still a turnoff for you because you or whoever wouldn't want to be with nobody that has sex with a lot of people. It's still a turnoff.
I'm just talking about like in general. Dudes don't like the fact that girls, like, guys, it's going to be a definite turn off for guys, but in general, it's not going to be a turn off for females. Because he's doing something right to actually get all these females.
It depends on the female because that's the turn off for myself.
So that's just you though. You got to think about that.
That's why I said it depends on the female.
Right, but I'm pretty sure it's more females that's okay with that than it is less
And
females.
that's fine. I'm just giving my perspective. That's a turn off.
Right, but you gotta think outside of just you.
I am not. Because you think this outside of me, I am not.
You gotta think outside of you, man. The world is bigger than just you and me.
Absolutely.
So we gotta think about the majority of people that
But
actually.
I don't even think, I don't know. I wish we could do a poll or something, or phone a friend and ask them how they feel about it. We need to.
Right, but we can't base it off of just like you and like 2 or 3 other people. We gotta base it off like
That's why I said like a poll, like people, say, hey, yada yada yada. How would you feel?
I don't know how to set up a poll and nothing like that on this thing, but if y'all can leave comments down in the in the description on
the body count.
The body count, like what I'm saying, it's definitely a double standards. And I think most females will be okay with a guy having a high body count. And I believe that most males will have an issue with a girl having a high body count.
That
for
is
sure.
true. And
But most females would be okay with a guy having, a lot of body.
I don't think so. So hopefully somebody comments and let us know, because it's a hard no for me.
You true.
No. As long as it's not promiscuous within a monogamous relationship.
Exactly. I think being promiscuous is fine, but obviously knowing the line is the most important thing.
If you're promiscuous, that means you're having sex with multiple people, and because of that, you start having expectations which are unrealistic. So that could absolutely affect your sexual relationship and even just like your relationship on connecting with the opposite sex in general.
Being with one person is how we actually are able to really become free to explore our sexuality to the true depths that it can reach. I mean, like, you can't do that with one night stands and random hookups from Tinder.
Well, a lot of women assume that men just want hookups, and if that's true, why would so many men care about a woman's body count?
I don't know if a man would care about a woman's body count for a hookup. It's this kind of question I get asked when I'm dating or like in a relationship. But if I was hooking up with someone for like a one night stand or something casual, I'm not so sure I'd be asked. I don't think I ever have been asked.
So do you think it depends on what stage the man's life is in?
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%.
Between 20 and 30 years old, they want just to have fun. But after it, then they just realize that probably they need to settle down and they just need to be loved.
Do you think men care more about relationships or hookups?
Relationships? I would say hookups. Just being real.
Does it depend on what stage the man's life is in?
I think in a lot of scenarios, when men are older, they tend to calm down, but it really depends on the men.
So do men want purity or do men want sex?
Both.
If men want purity, wouldn't that mean men have to wait until marriage? And haven't we established men shouldn't be getting married under the current laws?
No. I don't think marriage equals purity.
If you mean by pure, you mean straight up like nothing up until marriage, or if you mean like pure as in like a decent, good person that you love and stuff like that.
Who is more delusional?
Fuck, he just
a woman seeking a 1% man that's loyal, or a man seeking a perfect 10 woman with 0 body count?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with the woman, because there are some women that you can find that are bad with a 0 body count. They're out there that are of legal age that are out there that are doing great.
Why is the manosphere mainly concerned about promiscuity and masculinity rather than misandry?
I think that the manosphere is more focused on promiscuity.
You know what misandry mean?
What? Just keep on rolling.
I mean the hatred of women. That's what misandry mean. Then they got the other one, misogyny. I think I said that right.
It sound right.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the hatred for men.
And masculinity, simply because the manosphere talks to women to tell women what men want. So we're not, when a woman hates us, we're not worried about it. You know, we're not focused on it. We're not gonna get emotional about it. That's just what it is.
Do we shame women more for being hoes or men for being simps?
I think women.
Yeah, it's women, most definitely.
What is this?
We shame men for being simps much more than we.
Somebody that's putting a girl up on a pedestal, or they doing pretty much whatever she asks them to do, buying her shit. She probably treat him like shit, and he still doing shit for her. She probably mean to him. He's still paying for certain shit. He ain't giving him nothing back in return. So you like buying clothes, shoes, probably paying her rent, shit like that, and he ain't getting nothing. I can't say the word. Precipitation back. There you go.
I get it.
So she ain't giving nothing back while he giving everything. Some dudes okay with it.
So he like a sugar daddy.
I guess
Without
so.
the sugar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
We shame women for being hoes, especially in this environment now. Simply because, I mean, if you're spending money, if you're spending money that you don't have, especially on a woman, it's just irresponsible. For a woman to be a hoe, even though it's irresponsible, we just try not to shame women as much as possible.
Can men be improved by shaming them?
Absolutely. Men can be improved by shaming it because we actually take shame in a different way than women do. So if you shame us, more likely we're going to respond with accepting what our problem is and building and working on that.
Can women be improved by shaming?
Hopefully that's what we do. I don't want to say all men are like that, but you maybe got a nice handful of people that get the shame and they actually turn it into a positive.
Them?
From my experience, women do not do well with shame. So it will probably be better to just not shame women, find an easier way to tell women where they're wrong and where they're right.
If women won't change for men, why do we keep expecting men to step up and change for women?
That's a good question, man. You need to, hey, look, you need to stop doing that shit. If you're gonna change for yourself. Don't change for her, man, because she ain't gonna change for you.
A lot of relationship issues are the man's fault mainly. But I think it's a good mentality on both sides to consider themselves more of the fault because it helps you leave the ego behind when you're trying to improve something.
I think the most important thing for men is to be malleable, to be able to work with the environment around us. So I think it's more important for us to be able to maneuver and to be able to work with what we have rather than expect women to deal with the situations that we have.
Yeah, I think that was dope. I really like that one right there. You know, man should improve and get better and self-improve to, you know, not be simps, um, and try to work hard to get to wherever it is you're trying to get to in life, and then worry about, women.
Worry about the ladies.
Yeah, so once you get yourself together,
They gonna come.
yeah, you do what you need to do, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? That'll come last. So men should work on themselves, women should work on themselves, and not to be a hoe or sluts or whatever like
You
that.
don't channel that in a hoe.
Yeah, don't do that. So to me, I believe the moral of this is, to be honest with you, this whole thing is that get you a wife and turn her into a slut.
Turn her into the slut you want.
Yes, there you go.
And be patient.
Yeah, you can have the best of both worlds like that. Get you a woman, get you a nice girl, that ain't got no bodies, or, you know what I'm saying, one or two, whatever your limit is.
You don't have big teeth.
Yeah. And turn her into your slut, man. Like, make your woman your slut. And you ain't gotta worry about all other bitches outside the streets, because you got your girl at home, your good girl outside, and you got your freak nasty slut in the house.
She is all you need.
Yeah, that's how I say. So now you ain't gotta have all these different bitches and shit, and try to keep up with all these girls. Not that your girl cool with that type of shit, but I say get you one girl, turn her to a slut.
Absolutely.
We out, man. Get y'all sluts.